Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks Xbox 360 edition. I am NitePHX. Today I am taking out the T110E3, the American Tier 10 tank destroyer. The map is Himmelsdorf. It is an encounter battle and I am in a platoon. We have Shadow in his T110E4, the American Tier 10 turreted tank destroyer. Kregar is in his E100, which is the German Tier 10 heavy tank. And my brother Greyghost, who is in his T110E3. So we had played this map earlier this evening. We all went up on the hill and proceeded to get ourselves slaughtered. So we decided this time we'll go down the hill, head west, and go over to the flag and see what we can find over there. Now Greyghost also recorded this game, and the majority of what you see in this video will be from Greyghost, as he was the hero of this game. The enemy icons on my screen are red, the enemy icons on Greyghost screen are blue. So we're 40 seconds into the game, and E50 comes down the road, tracks me. I have to use my repair kit already. I did get a pretty good shot on him. Kregar took a shot, looks like he missed him. Because of our reload times, there's a real possibility that E50 could have just kept going down the road and got away. But for some reason he decided to go into the little alcove there, and we do take him out. So we make a minor change in course and we continue heading over to the flag area. Alright, so now we've switched over to Greyghost. He's just kind of coming across. Kind of the same situation here. Somebody spots him. Greyghost decides to stop and take a look. As he does stop, the enemy took a shot. Obviously thought he was going to continue on his current path, but he didn't, so the shot did miss. So Greyghost sees he doesn't have a shot on that guy, so he continues moving towards the flag as well. Now the E3 is no speed demon, as you can see. He's doing on hard level surface 24 kilometers an hour. But it gets you where you need to go, just not all that fast. So after 2 minutes we are up 2 tanks, kind of encouraging. It's been a rough night, let me tell you. Played a lot of games, got very few wins. You know, most of our platoon did good. Decent amount of damage, good amount of kills, just could not eke out those wins. Okay, so Greyghost has made it to the tracks. He has the enemy IS-4 in front of him, behind the building, but now he sees a FV-4202 who takes a shot at him. Greyghost returns the shot and takes him out of the game. You know, you never really want to get the side of your tank to a vehicle who can do 750 damage. So Greyghost gets detected again. Hard to say by who. It could be whoever's sitting in the, what do you call it, the little train hangar down there? Tiger 2 maybe? Tiger 2 has himself dug in pretty good, but not quite good enough. Greyghost takes the shot and takes him out of the game. The Jagdpanther 2 does take a shot at Greyghost. Hits him, but it bounces. Well, I guess it does damage his tracks. I believe the Jagdpanther 2 shot him again, took off his tracks. Greyghost returns the fire and bounces. He doesn't really have a shot on him. Jagdpanther takes another shot. Greyghost backed up and it does miss. So Grey's been hit several times, only track damage so far. Looks like Greyghost is trying to get out of his line of fire. I mean, you can only take so many shots so many times before something's going to eventually penetrate. And the Jagdpanther obviously had to turn his attention to somebody else, but Greyghost gets the shot. 856 damage points later, the Jagdpanther is dead. So while Grey is doing that, I'm watching the castle. We got a Death Star up there who hit, I believe, Kregar in the side and took almost all of his health. The Death Star does get lit up, and we do get the shot on him, and we take him out of the game. We do have an IS-4 moving our way. We are not reloaded. We can't take the shot. He does manage to take a hard left and get behind the buildings here, so we're going to go after him. At this point, I don't know that I knew he had so much health left, but we do take 737 off of him. And this is where my game ends and I get thoroughly pissed off. Good old Waffenträger E100, otherwise known as the Waffle. You know, it's just my opinion, but what Wargame was thinking when they put such an overpowered vehicle in the game, I'll never know. Now, we don't show it at the end of this video, but that Waffle did have 8 kills and 11,000 damage. So while all that was happening, Greyghost did take a couple of shots to the rear. He did turn to engage them. Our teammates finished off the guys who were behind him so he can turn his attention back to what he was doing. So we do have an enemy E4 who seems kind of desperate to get a shot on Greyghost. Greyghost takes a shot and bounces off the front of his upper plate. So Greyghost just lost about 750 hit points, and I've watched this back several times. As far as I can tell, it just had to be that E4 did hit him. I think it's just hard to see because you had the E4 and the IS4 both sitting in the same spot. Anyway, Greyghost is now down to 886 hit points remaining. He is reloaded, and there is a mouse moving away from him. Couldn't ask for a better target. Takes the shot, takes the mouse out of the game. So the E4 is still over there, so he's obviously still a concern. You've got to love the player whose gamer tag is Play Dirty. So there's the IS4 who has changed his position, was obviously going to try and get Grey in the rear. Greyghost detects him, takes the shot, and takes him out of the game. And there is the E4. The E4 connects, and it is a horrible hit. Horrible for Grey anyway. Greyghost is now down to 7 hit points. So I have switched my view to Greyghost, so I figured I'd throw that up there in the top right, do a little picture-in-picture so you can see what Greyghost is seeing and what I see from behind above him. So not to take anything away from that E4 player, but playing the E3 a lot and knowing, or playing against the E3 a lot, to be able to get 2 devastating 750 damage rolls on the front of an E3, it's rare. Unless you're in a Waffle, and a Waffle can just shoot through an E3 like it's not even there. Okay, so we're down to 2-2 now. Both teams have 2 tank destroyers. Obviously Greyghost in his E3, and I believe we do have a full health Death Star still on our side. The enemy has the Waffle and the E4. Greyghost is obviously a 1-shot. The Death Star is probably a 3-shot kill. And it looks like the enemy Waffle and E4 are both 1-shot. So now we start the good old cat and mouse. Who's going to move first? Who's going to make the mistake? I'm not sure who just fired, but it looks like they hit the mound of dirt over there on the right. If I'm going by the sound of the gun, I'm going to say that was probably our Death Star who just took a shot and missed. So at this point you have to realize I'm watching Grey, Kregar is watching Grey, we're all giving him advice on what to do and how to play this, and I think he's kind of got himself a pretty good spot right here. If that E4 would just pull forward a little bit, you know, if Grey can hit the little dome on the top of that E4, that's going to be the end of him. Little reposition here, little reposition there. See if he can't somehow see beyond this rubble. So the E4 obviously thought he had a shot on Greyghost. He took the shot and did miss. Don't have any idea what he actually hit. Maybe the dirt pile in front of him. So come on, E4. He takes the shot and does hit the mound of rubble in front of him. That was obviously a real iffy shot, but I would have taken it too. Let's find another target. So through all this, it appears we've kind of lost track of the Waffle. I don't see him on the map. Alright, there he shows up. It appears he has found our Death Star, and what was that, 3 shots later, and the Death Star is dead. I'm guessing here the Waffle had no idea where Greyghost was. The E4 just takes a shot. I don't even know how to explain that. How do you miss so bad? He must have come up over a little pile of rubble or something, which totally threw his aim off when he shot. But good thing, because Greyghost certainly would have been dead. So down to 1-1. E4 against E3. E4 has a turret. E3 does not. E3 has better armor in the front, but he only has 7 hit points left. If I was E4, I would certainly have loaded a high explosive shell if I had any. There's always a chance a standard armor penetrating shell is going to bounce off a Greyghost. There's very little chance that a high explosive shell is not going to do at least 7 damage to Greyghost and take him out of the game. So we start the cat and mouse all over again. The difference here is we can't see the enemy anymore, but they can't see us either. Definitely interesting how you have to try to play this. You know, you got to poke your nose out a little bit to see if you can find the guy. Hope he takes a shot and bounces. They both have the same 155mm gun, so whoever fires first is going to be at a disadvantage if they don't kill the other guy. 15-second reload time should give you enough time once the other guy fires to steady your aim and take the other guy out. But you got to find him first, and there he is around the corner there. So far he's playing it smart. He knows that Greyghost is pointing towards him, so definitely would be a disadvantage if he were to move out and try and take a shot at this point. Not sure what the top speed on an E4 is, but he definitely has a speed advantage over Greyghost. So my suggestion here was for him to move up, put Kregar's dead E100 to the left of him. The E100 is big enough where he should be able to cover the majority of the E3. Just trying to get another spot, get a location on the guy. So we get nothing, so he's not on this corner here. I believe, what is it, a 50-meter proximity? So he has, he's gone. So we're thinking at this point the best course of action is just to continue following the path that he had to have taken. Obviously, if he went around this block enough times, the E4 would eventually catch the E3. So we'll move up to this corner and see if we can't find the guy. Did kind of come out a little bit far. No, he is not down that road, so the most logical assumption is he is trying to come around and get behind Greyghost. He may be thinking, okay, Greyghost is following me, I've got the speed advantage, so I'm going to go around this block and I'm going to come around, get him from the rear. And he does pop up around the corner. Greyghost gets the shot, finishes him off, wins the game. I think the E4 may have been just a little too confident that Greyghost was just going to go around that block and try and follow him. Either way, it worked out for us in the end. So we look at the post-game stats here. We did play this morning. It was probably about 1 a.m. so we did get the 5 times multiplier. I got about 8,000 XP on that and 23,000 silver, 2 kills. Greyghost got a whole bunch of medals and awards, steel wall, Top Gun, almost 25,000 silver, and just under 12,000 XP with that 5 times multiplier. And he sure did damage quite a few vehicles there. So Greyghost ends up in first place, has 4,022 damage, 306 assists, and 6 kills. I'm in 5th place, 2,800 damage with 2 kills, and no assisted damage on that one. So that was fun. It was definitely a nail biter when it came to the end there. But we did prevail, and I'll take that kind of win any day. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below in the comment section. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. You'll get notifications of when I post new videos. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.